Hello, Shining Soul, and welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all of the love and support on the channel so far. We are creeping up to that 1,000 subscribers mark, which is just so crazy, so insane, and I'm just so grateful that I've been able to reach as many wonderful souls and connect with as many people as I've been able to through this channel so far, and I'm just so excited to see where this wonderful journey takes us. So thank you so much for being here from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate you. Now for today's reading, we do have a bit of a reading inspired by recent events that I've gone through. So this is going to be, are there any low-level entities around you right now? So some of the things that could fall into this category could be people like energy vampires or narcissists, but also it can fall into the category of spiritual beings or beings from the spirit world or even from the underworld. And there's tons of names that we can use. I'm going to just use a low-level entity in this video for the sake of easiness. But if you want to place that with any word that feels better for you, please go ahead. So the reason I really wanted to do this reading is because there is two sides to spirituality, two sides to life, two sides to reality, the yin and the yang, the light and the dark. And it is something that you can't ignore. They do call that spiritual bypassing, the people who essentially are all about the love and light, but they never, ever, ever speak about the dark. That's not necessarily true light work. And what I'm trying to do here with this channel is to truly, genuinely help people on their paths, and that means talking about the good and the bad. So not only do I think it's an important topic to talk about and to make sure that you are focusing on both the light and dark aspects of your life, but also, as I said, I have recently had quite the journey with some low-level entities myself. And I just want to say a warning for anybody who shops at thrift stores. Okay, if you know where this is going. Be careful of what you are bringing home and the energy of items that you are picking up from garage sales, thrift stores, secondhand items, because everything carries energy, everything. And I found out that I had a couple items in my home that I've had for quite some time, like 6+ months. I mean, one of the items for like a year. So I found out that some of these items had some low-level entities attached to them that were just not vibing with me. So I have been going through this whole cleansing and just clean out and cleanse of a ton of items I have. I'm donating a bunch, I've sold a bunch, and I'm just kind of sweeping out the energy in here, and I've gotten rid of the items that were essentially, haunted or had those low-level energies attached to them, and it already feels much better in here. I do have a little bit more of cleansing to do before it's 100% back to how I want it, but it has been definitely an experience. And again, I always believe that speaking about these things holds value because I know I'm not the only one going through things like this. So that's why I wanted to do this reading, because I'm like, oh man, I know that there are other people out there who might not know why their vibes are off, and it could potentially be because they have something in their home or there's someone around them who is just sucking their energy. I will also get into sharing some protection tips and some cleansing tips as well once we get into each of the readings. So don't worry, I'm not going to leave you high and dry and just tell you that there might be something around you and then nothing else. I will definitely make this as insightful and educational as I possibly can. So now that you know what this reading was inspired by and we've got that long-winded intro out, let's get right into it. What I'm going to do is show the piles and the crystals up close, and then once you do decide what pile or piles are calling your name, you can check the description box down below to find the timestamps to go straight to your reading. As well, in this video, I'm going to do something new, something I haven't done before. So you're more than welcome to skip it or watch it. It's up to you. But after I show the piles up close, I am gonna have a section where I'm showing the shuffling and the creation of the piles. Normally I do that off camera, but I do know that some people enjoy the shuffling noise and watching the shuffling, and it's kind of a great way to get into that meditative, calm, present moment. So like I said, more than welcome to watch that or skip straight to your reading. All right, so that's everything. Let's check out these piles and crystals up close. For pile 1, we have the Himalayan yellow calcite with the new moon in Libra. Know you are loved. For pile 2, we have new moon in Scorpio, go deeper with the crystal of tree agate. Pile 3, we have the Red Jasper crystal with full moon in Aries, cool your emotions. Pile 4, we have the Black Shiva, Lingam, and new moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. So go ahead and tune into that wonderful intuition. Follow your gut feeling, that first instinct to choose your pile or piles. Check the description box for the timestamp to go straight to your reading to find out if there are any low-level entities around you right now. We are going to move into the creation of the piles now. So if you are here and watching this part of the video, hello. Thank you for enjoying some relaxing time with me while we get all the cards out. We are going to be using these 3 decks today. So we're going to start with the tarot. And just relax and enjoy. Let's do some shuffling. I'm going to feel out how many tarot cards want to come out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There, that feels perfect. Okay. So we're going to do 5 tarot for each. I always just go by intuition and what feels right. I don't necessarily plan too much with how many cards are going to be. I just go with the flow. 3. Ooh, look at that. Devil flipped out. Major Arcana. Whoa, and the Hierophant just flipped out. Major Arcana, okay. Pile 2. Got some energy coming through for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always interesting when there's a jumper or a flipper like that. All right, pile 3. Thank you for tapping me into pile 3, Spirit, and bringing through the tarot cards that they need. 3. Oops. Needs another shuffle. 4. Got another one that fell out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I forgot to light the candle. Let's go ahead and do that now. There'll be a candle lit for those people that didn't see this part of the video. It'll go from not being lit to being lit magically, and they'll be amazed. They'll be like, how did that happen? But you guys will know if you're here right now. 1, 2, 3. This is for pile 4. Perfect. Okay, let's move on to the next deck. Shiva wants to roll away. Okay, we are going to go with the keepers next. I think I'm feeling probably 3 cards from this one. So let's go for pile 1, please. Yes, 3 it is. All right, 3 for pile 1. Whoopsies. Pile 2. Whoops. Right there. 3. Just gonna take that off. The tarot are a little bit smaller. It's hard to slide those under. Okay. So 3 for pile 3, please. Right there. And that one. Okay, and let's get 3 for pile 4. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I thought it was that one, but it's that one. 3. That was quick. Okay, now the cards that we have here to choose from are from this wonderful Moonology deck, Moonology Manifestation deck. But we are going to get, I think, 1 or 2 more. No. 1 or 2 more here from this deck. Actually, I think it is just 1. Let's see what feels right. Pile 1. Oh yeah, there we go. That feels perfect. Pile 2, please. I'm kind of like, oh, did you see that? I was wondering if I was going to do that. Gotta relight the candle. I'm gonna like hanging out with you guys while I do the shuffling. Like I said in the intro, normally I just do this part offline, but it's kind of nice. We can just hang out and vibe a little bit. Okay. Man, this Shiva is just like on a move. On the move. Beauty. We have, whoops, got our piles. I am excited to get into this reading. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this little shuffle section. If you did, make sure to let me know in the comments if you liked it, because I will definitely continue to include this little area and section in videos moving forward. Hello, Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. So let's go ahead and put the card that you chose with your crystal up over here. Got that new moon in Libra with Know You Are Loved. All right, and if you were around for the section where we shuffled, you would have seen these cards being shuffled out. So we've got three different decks here. So let's get all your cards out and then really dive into finding out if there are any low-level entities around you right now. So we have the Artist, the Four of Swords, ooh, Major Arcana, the Sun, Five of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Radha with Soul Flame. We'll show that up close. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. Oh, you've got faith and hope. Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. And the full moon in Scorpio. Break through the tension. Interesting. Just going to do a quick scooch of your cards to get them all nice and even. Okay, Pile 1. So first off, looking at these cards, it is apparent to me that you do have some low-level entities around you right now that are not human. So that's what we're going to be talking about here. So the Five of Cups, this I want to kind of highlight as the indicator and the feelings that this low-level entity is causing you. The Five of Cups talks about loss, neglect, failure, despair. So Pile 1, if you have been feeling any of those emotions lately, it is not yours. Or if they are amped up more than normal, know that that amping up is not you. It is these energies and entities around you that are causing these emotions to really, really come up. We've got that anxiety and depression also coming from the Five of Cups because of the failure, the despair, the neglect, the loss. So any types of these emotions that you have been feeling, know that it's amplified and worse and on the level that it is because there are actually some low-level entities causing this extra just like pain and grief and upsetness essentially. Also, another indicator here is Radha with Soul Flame down here talking about rediscovering a lost part of yourself. So again, it feels like this entity or these entities, for some of you it may be one, some it may be multiple, but it feels like they are kind of taking away a part of yourself where you feel a bit lost with that Five of Cups energy. And that's going to be something that you're going to rediscover if you go down the path of eliminating and cleansing yourself, essentially. Because we've got also on the bottom of this card here, we're experiencing harmony and healing. So with faith and hope, know you are loved, those three cards are really bringing in energy from your spirit guides where they're reminding you that you have the power to get through this, that you have the ability to essentially cleanse yourself of this. So know that you are loved. That's really your spirit guides having your back here. I think a really important message they're also bringing through with the faith card for you is to stay calm. You know, these things can happen and sometimes it's not even our fault. Sometimes we can just walk through a certain area or environment or past a certain person and we just pick something up. So know that this isn't like you're not cursed, you're not haunted, this isn't the end for you. It's nothing like that. This is completely normal. It is 100% normal to have to go throughout these cleansing sessions on the journey of your life. So that sentence got a little messed up, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like even for people who do this type of thing, like for myself, psychics and mediums and card readers, everything like that, people who work in spirituality, it's not like we just do it once and that's it, we're good forever. No, I'm, constantly having to go through periods of cleansing and bringing my energy and my power back, especially recently, which I kind of explained in the intro if you listen to what's been going on with me. But know that it's normal, and to stay calm, to know that this doesn't have to be something you have to lose sleep over. This doesn't have to be something that scares you. There doesn't have to be any fear here. It's almost like spirit guides are bringing through for me right now psychically. It's almost like routine maintenance on a car. When the oil change light goes on in your car, sorry, I couldn't think of the word. When the oil change light goes on in your car, you don't freak out, right? You don't start screaming and get fearful like, oh my God, my car is going to crash and it's going to go up in flames and, this is the end for me. No, you stay calm. You just simply go, I'm aware that I need to get my oil done. And maybe you don't go that day because you're busy, but you schedule it for the next week. Same thing here. Don't let this cramp your style. Don't let this totally throw you off of your routine or your regular, stuff. And don't feel like you have to rush to, rush out to get some supplies to cleanse yourself right now. It's nothing like that where you're in danger or you have to be fearful. This is just like the spirit guides are bringing through routine maintenance. It's just part of life, baby, right? It's just, you got the light, you got the dark, and sometimes you got to cleanse some of the dark away to let more of the light in. So with that faith card, it's your spirit guides letting you know, pile one, stay calm. It's okay. This happens. And know that you're loved, you're protected. And with that hope card as well, it's you recognizing and coming to the remembrance that this is something that has to be done, that you've done before. You are this being of love and light, which means you will also at times attract lower level energies or entities who will want to feed off of that love and light. So know that there is harmony and healing, but also, stay calm and have faith and know that this is something your soul has done before, and, it's okay. With this card, we also have the give and receive and balance. So that's also kind of coming into that energy of you don't need to rush out and throw yourself off balance to take care of this. This is something that, put it in the books to take care of in the next little bit, whenever you have the time, whenever you feel, called to do so, essentially. So don't wipe yourself out. Don't feel like you have to do this right away. Don't wipe your energy out or deplete yourself any more than you already feel right now, because right now your energy is kind of low, right? So take your time with this. Take your time with this and know that you're not in any danger and there's no fear to be had here. I want to talk about the Sun card because this is a great major arcana in the tarot deck, and I love that it came out because it talks about it being a time to embrace joy in life and leave behind darkness and confusion. So to me that, is this big message that it is time. And again, you have the power, you have the ability to move past this, little bit of darkness and tension that is just not serving you anymore, to allow the sun to shine, to allow, it's kind of got that same energy actually of the Rada card, to allow that lost part of yourself, that light and love that you might be feeling is a little bit low right now, to really come back to you. The sun is all about positivity, success, joy, optimism. So basically those exact opposite feelings of what this low-level entity is making you feel with that Five of Cups, with your head buried and feeling that loss, neglect, despair, completely different from this, upright person with the Sun card who's just full of life and love and prosperity. So know that that's basically going to be you here, is that healing and harmony is that sun energy coming in for you. Now, to get yourself back to this vitality, sun energy, since you're feeling here right now, this is kind of the bridge, is the Four of Swords, because the Four of Swords really brings in the energy of rest, relaxation, meditation even. So I do feel like these are things that you're being called to do to also help you to release and cleanse this, because like we're saying, Take your time with this. Make sure that you're not like depleting what little bit of energy you have right now and like putting more anxiety and overwhelm on yourself. So make sure you're resting, you're relaxing, you're taking your time to meditate if you feel like you haven't been getting to that lately, or there's just been weird energies keeping you from that, because that's also happened to me this past little bit while I've been dealing with some of these energies in my home as well. It's been harder to meditate, I've noticed. So really make sure that you're carving out some time to get that rest, that relaxation. That's going to also just help to calm your nervous system and help you to be like with that faith energy in that calmer type of presence, so that you can go at this with like just a balanced left and right brain sort of attitude instead of being too emotional or too analytical, right? You want to have that nice balance. So make sure you're resting or getting as much rest as possible. The Artist is a really cool card. This is actually an extra card, an extra major arcana that is that the artist who made this deck put in. So this actually talks about kind of like having a blank canvas. It talks about creation, passion, visionary energy. And with it being here over to the Queen of Pentacles, who has this motherly type of security and energy and prosperity to her, it almost has this message that you have the ability to completely rewrite this. You know, you don't have to stay stuck in this energy, stuck in this Five of Cups energy. There is this opportunity now for you to essentially create something new, to set aside these distractions or low-level entities and to create something with passion for yourself. And with that Queen of Pentacles, again, it's confirming that you're going to have this security, you're going to have the prosperity, and you're going to be able to achieve this. So there's a lot of cards here, pile one, that is essentially the universe and your guides here rooting for you and saying like, we've got your back and you have the power, you have the strength. This is something that you can easily, once you have the, you know, little bit of energy to work at it a bit day by day, easily get over and easily get back to this beautiful energy that you've kind of been missing. I can't remember if we touched on this card, but anyways, if we didn't, the breathe through the tension here, that's same with the Four of Swords. Make sure, this is a big message too coming through, like don't rush on this. I know I keep saying that, but take your time. Make sure you're eating and getting nutrients and resting and taking care of yourself and breathing, meditating, all of these things while you're working through this, because that is going to help as well. And the more you play into those things, the more this entity and energy is not going to want to stay in your bubble anyways. I feel like the main things for you is really just taking it slow, pile one, and staying calm and knowing that you can get through this. Those are like the three main points coming up. As well, make sure that you are calling on your spirit guides to help you to get rid of this entity, because they are more than happy and willing to come in and to help you with that, to help to cleanse and clear you. So let's go into a few suggestions here of how you can start to work on this a little bit day by day. One of the most effective things that you can do when trying to cleanse and clear yourself of low-level energies and entities is to use water, the element water. It's amazing for cleansing and clearing. So I'm going to show you a ritual cleansing bath here from my spell book, Everyday Magic. So we have got here a little bit of what you're going to need. We've got candles, white or good, but any color will work, as intention is all you need. A pinch of dried or fresh sage, 10 drops of peppermint essential oil, 150 grams or half a cup of Himalayan salt or Epsom salts. Any salt will do if you can't get access to either of these. And 1 clear quartz, but you can use 10 or 20. As well as white clothing is optional here. All right, so this is exactly kind of what we're talking about. You've got that energy that is built up. You've got an entity around you. You're feeling drained. So having a bath can be a spiritual form of cleansing your aura and getting rid of heavy energy. Okay, so this is kind of how to go about it here. So I will just kind of bring that into the camera for you. You're going to want to light the candles, add your ingredients to your bath with the quartz. Soak yourself and visualize a white cleansing light. When you step out of the bath, be conscious that the water going down the drain is taking away negativity. So you can, use your visualization skills to do that. And after your bath, wear white clothes if you like for the next 8 hours as a reminder that you have reset yourself. And if you are cleansing something specific, write it down on a piece of paper and burn it with a black candle before your bath. And you can, if you do want to do that part, you can definitely write low-level entity that is attached to me. And then you could burn that as well. I always say intention is everything, as this book kind of does say at the very beginning here. Action and intention is magic. That's all it is. That's all you need to do rituals and magic. So make sure that before you get into the bath and as you're building your bath and everything, that you are putting in the intention that the reason you're doing it is to clear yourself and cleanse yourself of this energy. Now, for some of you, you may need to do this a couple nights in a row, a couple days in a row, until you feel better, until you feel like you're getting the sun energy coming back and getting rid of this Five of Cups energy. You will know from intuition when essentially it has been cleared. And as well, I like to say that if you don't have the opportunity or option to do a bath, you can also do this in a shower. You can put all the ingredients into like a mesh bag, essentially tie it up at your shower head, and then the water will go through the ingredients and the herbs and the salt and everything before it touches you. So that's the point of it, is just as long as you're getting those ingredients and the water mixed together, going over your skin, going over your aura and your energy, that's kind of the point. So whether you do that in a shower or a bath, whatever works for you. So there is another here that I want to show to remove some negativity from your house. As I said, sometimes these things can be attached to items, especially if you've gotten them secondhand or at the thrift store. So for those of you who feel like it's more so your house that's draining you, and a great way to know is if you feel fine, completely fine when you're outside of your house, but whenever you're in your house, you feel the Five of Cups energy. Now, for those of you who feel the Five of Cups energy inside and outside your house, I'm going to say the entity is attached to you. Those of you who are just feeling this way inside your home, the entity is attached to something in your home or just hanging out inside your home. So those of you that applies to, you're going to want to do this. So here you're going to need the skin from one garlic bulb, a pinch of dried rosemary, pinch of dried sage, pinch of cumin, 3 drops of eucalyptus essential oil, and a mortar and a pestle. You're just going to blend everything together in an anti-clockwise direction. Now that's important. And burn to remove any jinxes or curses. And again, as you're doing that, as you're building it and everything, I always say put your intention in that the reason you're doing this is to remove the negativity and the entity from your home. And again, do it until your home feels good and better. Sometimes we need to do these things 1 or 2 times, depending on how strong the entity is, right? Now, another great thing to do is using smoke. You can use incense to cleanse, or you can use Palo Santo or sage, anything like that. Again, make sure that you're just using an intention. Before you light it, put the intention in that you are lighting it to remove any unwanted energies or entities. And you can kind of put the smoke all around you, kind of getting it throughout your aura with that intention and visualization as you're doing it, that you are removing, right? You are cleansing, you are clearing. Another great thing that you can also do is any black crystals are great for protection. So these are going to also help to soak up any bad energies and to protect you from. So this here is black tourmaline, very, very, very commonly used for protection and energy protection. So you can definitely pick up some black tourmaline. The way you'll kind of know that it's tourmaline as it grows in these strips, these lines like that, as you can see. This one does have some, I believe it's calcite or I guess it's quartz growing on there, because you can find some tourmalized quartz, which is quartz and tourmaline together. So that's probably some quartz on this one. So yeah, most of the time you'll find it just all black, but sometimes you will find it with quartz as well, which is great because it can amplify the energies too, amplify the protection. So yes, if you are called to use crystals at all, you can definitely use any black crystals. As well, black candles, with the intention that you are, as you're watching the candle burn, that you are removing and banishing and clearing any negative energies or entities from your space, your home, or from you. So these are some tips and tricks that you can use, pile one, over the next little bit to help you to get rid of this entity that is just bringing your vibes down and you just don't need it anymore. One last thing I do want to say is make sure that you're also protecting yourself. So after you are doing some of these cleansing or clearing rituals, you can just envision a bubble of bright white light coming down from above you through your crown chakra and just encompassing you all the way. And that can be your bubble of protection from the universe. I always suggest that it's best to envision the energy coming from above you instead of coming from you, because that way you're not depleting your own energy to protect yourself, and you can use your own energy to function throughout the day. Allow the universe to protect you. The universe has infinite energy, and that is why it's there for us to use and to tap into. So you can always envision that white light coming from above you, coming from the heavens, from the cosmos, from universe, whatever term you want to use. But imagine that it's coming from source. It's coming from something that isn't necessarily you, so that way you're not draining your own energy just to protect yourself, and then you don't have any energy for anything else. So just a little tip there, make sure that you are protecting yourself with that beautiful source light as well. You can also call in your spirit guides to put their light bubble around you as well on top of the source protection, so that you can have multiple layers of protection, whatever makes you feel best. So I truly hope this reading was insightful and helpful for you, pile one, sending you lots of good energy to get rid of this negative entity that you're dealing with. I definitely know what you're going through, and like I said, nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, and you've got this. You can kick this thing in the booty. So thank you so much, pile one, and if anything did resonate for you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, share your experience in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, my pile twos, and welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and stick the card and crystal that you chose right over there. Okay, and we've got your cards here. If you did watch the shuffle part of the video, you would have seen these getting all shuffled out. So let's go ahead and get all of them laid out and then go into it and find out if there's any low-level entities around you right now. So we have the Three of Wands, Ten of Swords, King of Cups, the Devil. Oh, yes. If you did watch the shuffle section, I'm just remembering now, these two tarot cards flipped out, and they're both major arcanas. So the Devil, it was interesting. These two were flippers. And the Hierophant. Yes, now I'm remembering. Okay. We've got Green Tara, Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. It's a great card. Ooh, wow, love. Okay, Archangel Michael, trusting heaven, you are safe. Angels, stand close, surrender your concerns, and allow a miracle to occur. Those are two great cards, okay. Oh, wow, and White Eagle with Ancestor Spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Ooh, this just got interesting. Oh, I see. I already kind of had an idea where this was going, but this kind of just changed, this card specifically changed the root of things. So, wow, I see. Very interesting. Oh, yep, okay. And then we've got the full moon in Taurus with detoxify. Wow. Okay, let me just go ahead and get your cards moved over a little bit and get them all even here, and then let's dive into it. Okay, here we go, pile two. Let's get right into it. First off, I'm going to say there is some low-level energy around you, but it is humans. This is, for pile one, they had some entities, but they were non-human. This is definitely human. I feel like this first card is giving us a big clue where it's like, go deeper. And then the White Eagle with the Ancestor Spirit saying a family wound or pattern can be healed now. There is somebody in your family, pile two, who is actually an energy vampire. We're going to call them that. They may be a narcissist, but we're going to call them an energy vampire. That's what we're going to label them. Because with that Go Deeper card, it's saying you got a little bit of digging to do. Some of you may have an indication who you think this person could be, but some of you are needing to do a little bit of digging to really figure out who this person within your family structure is. Now, the Ten of Swords right up here, this is the indication of the energy that this person is making you feel. They are inflicting this energy onto you. Because the Ten of Swords is betrayal, surrender, defeat. You see here, this guy, he's not doing so good. He's crawling in the mud. His face is in the dirt. He's got 10 swords in his poor back. That's what this person, I feel, is doing to you. So if there's anybody, this is a huge indicator. So whoever you're around in your family, or whenever you're around this person in your family, they're going to make you feel like defeated. They're going to make you feel maybe surrender and betrayal. So maybe they're always saying something negative about you at family gatherings, or they're always making you feel like, maybe you share the fact that you got a good grade on your test and they'll chime in like, well, that's not that good. It's not 100%. I could have done better. Something like that, where you just like, well, why did I even say it? Why did I even bring it up? It's like you feel defeated. It's like, what's the point, right? That is the huge indicator of who this person is. So it's like, go deeper. It's somebody in your family, and this is the energy that they make you feel, pile two. So that right there is the big indicator of who the heck this energy vampire in your family is. With the detoxify right beside the white eagle card saying that a family wound or pattern can be healed now, I feel like this is definitely bringing up the fact that this is kind of the ideal time for you to take action on this and to start to detoxify, or put some space and distance between yourself and this person. Because obviously this is family. You can't completely, maybe you can't completely 100% detoxify them and get rid of them and never see them again. That's not necessarily doable when we're talking about somebody who is your family. But this is talking about allowing yourself to detoxify to the point where you feel balanced again. You feel like these swords are slowly coming out of your back, and you don't feel as affected by this person. So definitely I'm really feeling like distance. Like I'm seeing in my third eye, it's like distance needs to be put. Like physical distance would be a great way to help you to start to detoxify from this person's energy. And to also, the distance will also help you to regain your energy that they are taking from you, that they are sucking from you. I also feel like the Devil card here is a great, a second indicator of some things that could be telling of who this person is, okay? Because the Devil, we've got very much the ego energy, very much in this case, it's like that narcissistic, I'm better than everybody, I'm gonna push you down because that's what makes me feel better inside. It talks about materialism, obsession, control, addiction. So, and I don't mean it could mean like a physical substance addiction, but in this sense, it's like addiction to control, addiction to needing to put people down to feel better. It's like these really narcissistic, egotistical, energy vampire type of things, because this person is surface level, right? They're not able to meet people on a deeper emotional level. So they're obviously going to be somebody who's maybe into materialism, who maybe is, finding their happiness through money, or who really has a controlling, anger type of energy. So that the Ten of Swords and the Devil, I feel like, are the two things that are kind of clues, pile two, as to who this in your family actually is. So let's move on to these two cards down here. I want to talk about this because this is huge spirit guide and guardian angel energy coming out for you. We've got Green Tara, Archangel Michael. I love this combo. I know I said that like 3 times already, but this is an amazing 2 cards to get for this reading, because it's the universe and your guides and your angels telling you you are protected, you are safe. Like that's literally the first line in both of these. Like you're protected, you're safe. So know that if you do take action to start like putting distance or detoxifying yourself from this family member, pal two, you are so safe from this, okay? Like I say, it's the ideal time for this to happen, or else you wouldn't have came across this video, or else you wouldn't have, clicked on it. There is no coincidences, right? So I feel like this is your guides really letting you know that it's okay. Like, you are gonna be protected and you will be safe, and it will be a positive outcome if you decide to take action on this, or to speak up, or to put the distance between you and this person. Maybe in the past you have felt a little fearful, like, man, if I say something, what is this person gonna do? Are they gonna badmouth me to everyone else in the family? So know if there's been anything like that in the past, or even presently, just hearing that this is somebody in your family where you're like, oh man, how am I ever going to do this? How am I ever going to go forward with this? Know that you are divinely protected, supremely protected. And the second line here with this card says, angels stand close, surrender your concerns. So it's like any of those fears, any of those worries, let them go, because your spirit guides and angels and the universe are so supporting you throughout this. And that can be something that can give you the confidence to really take action. So know that they are really, really here for you and really supporting you moving forward with this. And speaking about moving forward, we've got that move beyond limitation. That to me is saying, and this card also talks about the cords being cut, that to me is saying that you have the ability to actually put some space between you and this person. You have the ability to gain some of your energy back and to stop them from like sucking your energy away. So know that not only are you protected, but you also have the power. Trust that you have the power and the strength within you and externally, because you've got the guides and the angels here supporting you. So know that you have the power internally and externally to move beyond this, to really actually detoxify yourself and feel better from this person. That Three of Wands has that same energy of that go deeper, where the Three of Wands has got discovery, planning, organization. It's got that type of energy. You kind of see this guy, he's looking out and he's planning his next adventure. He's discovering what he needs to do before he goes at it. So I feel like that is also a bit of a message here is, don't go at this hastily, essentially. Take your time, get yourself, what's the word I want to look for? Get yourself like situated. Make sure you know what you want to say, how you want to approach it. There's no need to go at this hastily or about it in a really high emotional manner. Like, make sure that you're able to plan and organize how you want to go about this. It's also got the same energy for those of you who don't know who this person is with that go deeper card, where it's like you might have to do a little bit of discovery and digging deeper to truly find out who this is, for those of you who are unsure still. Kind of brings us to the Hierophant. What I love about this card is it kind of talks about secret knowledge in a way. It's got spirituality, tradition, guidance, institution. It's got those energies where the Hierophant can really bring forth the true answers, the reality of a situation, and also has the energy of being able to guide you through it. And I feel like that's your guides coming through with this card a little bit, with the spirituality that it holds and the guidance that the Hierophant holds. It's almost them saying again that we're here for you. We are guiding you through this, and know that we are shining light on the situation for you. We want you to know about this person because they are taking away and depleting your energy. We want you to know about this. So we're bringing this secret knowledge to you in this more like formal, rigid structure, which would be the form of a card reading. So that's totally Hierophant energy, where it's like, this is the reality, and you're going to learn the reality through spirituality and through guidance and through some tradition. And tarot cards are very, very much traditional. So your spirit guides are coming through with that major arcana card here, with a couple of messages of, we are here, we are guiding you, and we are also shining light on the truth of this situation, the truth of this family member. Now let's talk about that King of Cups card, because the King of Cups the cups in general talk about your emotions, and as we have found out that this person, this energy vampire, is very much playing on your emotions, very much not feeling or not bringing you some higher vibrational or good feeling emotions. So the King of Cups has got balance though, as well as strength in it. So I feel like this is, again, the message that you can get your emotions and your energy back to a balanced, strong point, even if you feel like you've got all of these swords in your back and it feels like it's going to be impossible to ever get back to that point where you're balanced and strong. This card here is letting you know that it is possible. So don't give up hope here, especially with the fact that this is somebody in your family, and that does make it a little bit more hard. It's not like, for pile one where I was just like, you can just use this cleansing ritual and the energy will be gone and you never have to see it again. Not the same thing, right? Like, we can't just cleanse away our family members or put them in a nice, little corner and never see them or talk to them or have them in our lives again. Maybe for some of us, but for the majority of us, no, that's not doable. So that's why this card is coming through, to give you hope that even though this person is part of your family structure and you might not be able to completely 100% break away from their energy, you do have the ability to detoxify, to put some space and distance and protect yourself and get back to a balanced emotional state and a strong emotional state. So no matter how much this person has dragged you down in the mud, know that you've got the energy to take all of these out and have your strength and balance back. Even if it doesn't feel like you do, that's why this card is coming up. It's letting you know to have hope, because you might not feel like it right now, but it is possible. You have so much support, so much amazing protection around you, and this is something that the universe and your guides are just really rooting for you to do if you decide to move forward with it and take some action on it. So have that hope. Don't go at it or start going at this with a defeated energy of, well, I don't know, it's never, I'm never going to be able to get away from this. Go at it with that energy of, what, I am strong, I am powerful, and I can get my balance and emotions back to where I want them, and I can detoxify. Go at it with that energy. Now, even though this is an energy vampire and it's a person, there are a few things I want to come up and bring up. First of all, we have got black tourmaline. So this is a wonderful protection crystal. Any black crystal, actually. Tourmaline is just one of the more common ones. Now, this has some quartz on it. Normally, you would find it all black, but you can find tourmalated quartz. So that would be, it's usually quartz with tourmaline, so the opposite of this growing in it. So that's also very good because quartz is an amplifier, so it can amplify your protection. So the black and white tourmaline or just the black is very, very good. So again, other black crystals are very good. So any black crystal will protect you and help to protect your energy from this person. So if you just throw it around your house, if you live with this person, or throw it in your bag or your purse or something. You can even get some bracelets or a ring, something like that. I wear crystal rings. They're great. You can even get crystals on keychains to stick on your keys. Just find a place that you can comfortably have some black crystals around you, because when you're interacting with this person, if you have a black crystal on you, it's going to almost put a barrier on your energy, and only a little bit of their shittiness is gonna seep through. Excuse my language, but only a little bit of their energy draining vampire attacks essentially will come through with the black crystal. It's gonna protect you, maybe not 100%, but you will notice that you will feel better with this protection on you. And also, a second thing I want to bring up is cleansing with smoke. So you can use any type of incense. We've got some incense here, or any type of sage or Palo Santo I also use myself. And this is really good to do if you know who this person is or you're aware of who it is. After you're around them or hang out with them, you can always just light something with the intention that you are going to cleanse and clear yourself of this person's energy. And you can kind of just, light it and then move the smoke around yourself and around your aura, around your body, and that way you're kind of just cleansing away any of their energy and you're not holding on to it. So that's a really good thing to do if you're, at a family gathering or something and that person's going to be there. Make sure you just cleanse yourself with some smoke or something like that after, and throw a couple of black crystals on your person or in your bag or something. Those two things together should help you while you're trying to put some distance and detoxify yourself from this person, from this energy vampire. So I truly hope that this was insightful and helpful in some way for you, Pile 2. I also have dealt with quite a few energy vampires in my own family, so I feel for you heart to heart. Genuinely, I wish you the best of luck. And, you got this. Call on your guides if you need, call on your angels if you need, and don't give up hope that you can put some distance and detoxify yourself from this person. If you did enjoy the reading or anything resonated for you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your experience in the comments, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. I hope you have a magical day. See you in the next video. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Go ahead and stick the card and crystal that you chose right over here. And if you did watch the shuffle section, you would have seen these cards being pulled out for you. But let's get them all laid out and then go into it and see if there's any low-level entities around you right now. Love this Major Arcana to start with, the Chariot. Okay, great energy. Six of Swords. Wow, second Major Arcana, the Moon. Ooh, okay. Ace of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles, right. This one was a bit of a jumper when we were doing the shuffling. I remember now. You also have Isis with magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Diana, focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. It's interesting because these are two manifesting cards, so very interesting. Plus you got that intuition with the moon. Okay, wow. And then Serapis Bay with Ascension. Move into your true self, rise above the darkness. The light is here. Two Egyptian deities. And we have I love that card. Okay, the first quarter moon in Aquarius. Trust the universe. Let me just scoot your cards down, get them all nice. Okay, there we go. So this is so interesting, Pile 3. I will say off the bat, there is some low-level energy around you, but this is the interesting part. It is actually your ego. So this is ego energy that is coming up. It is, I'm going to call it your shadow self. It's like the shadowy side of your ego, because not all of ego is bad, but there's this part of your ego that wants to keep you in the shadows, okay? So this isn't an actual like low-level entity that is separate from you. This is actually your inner shadow self. And what this is kind of playing on all of these cards here is the fact that you're going through some sort of transition, some sort of change right now, Pile 3. And that is exactly why this shadow part of your ego is trying to hold you back. Because there's parts of our ego that don't like change. They're comfortable where they are. And change is scary to the ego at some times. So it will try to hold you back. It will try to pull you back into your old ways of being. So I feel like you are going through this ascension. You are going through this area where you're trying to manifest something better for yourself. And like this card says, rise above the darkness, the light is here. You have a bit of that shadow self internally, a bit of that ego internally to work through within your ascension. So this is completely different than any of the other piles from pile 1 and 2. And this is very, very interesting that it is, it's your own shadow that you are up against right now, pile 3. With the card you chose, it's talking about that cool your emotions, and Aries is a fire sign. So it's like that fiery emotion that ego is bringing up. That's what it's talking about. It's time to cool that. It's time to ascend beyond that and really go on to the next chapter for you. With the moon, this is also talking about emotions. The moon card is tied to Pisces and it talks about metamorphosis. It actually, the moon card has the energy of becoming aware of your shadow self and the lessons that lie on your path. It reminds you that fear is an illusion and that you have to purge any negativity to tap into your inner awareness for answers. So that moon is really illuminating the fear and subconscious ego emotions that are getting, to that boiling point, to that surface. So know that, especially with that moon card, that it is an illusion. This energy that ego is bringing up to you, your shadow self is bringing up to you, it's an illusion. It's part of a lesson for you to work through. Now with the Six of Swords, that's exactly what you're doing. You've got your swords packed up, you're in your boat and you are going, right? This card talks about change, transition. It talks about finding a better foundation for yourself, something more prosperous. It's like you're ready to go on to the next phase of your life. And the Chariot has a lot of that same energy. The Chariot's moving. The Six of Swords is moving. And you've got that ascension. So that's why I say there's a change, there's a transition here for you. And that's what's getting these emotions of your shadow self all coming to the surface. But with that moon card, again, know that it's kind of part of your path for this to come to the surface so that you can be aware of it, work through it, and become even stronger on the other side once you get to this end of this transition and change. What's interesting is the Chariot also corresponds to a water sign. It corresponds to Cancer. So again, those emotions, it's like emotions, emotions, emotions. We've even got water here in this card. So there's a lot of these shadow emotions coming up: pain, grief, regret. I'm even getting some of you could be feeling imposter syndrome right now, maybe stronger than you ever have. And it's because of the shadow self coming to the surface, because you're changing, you're transitioning, and it's trying to pull you back. But that's your lesson. That's part of the path. That's how you're going to grow, is you're going to get over it. You're going to be able to work through this road bump and continue on your path of ascension. Now, I do want to point out there's quite a few cards here that do indicate that you will be successful with this, with moving past this. Still kind of talking about the Chariot. The Chariot has the energy of, again, going forward for something, and it's got victory, conquest, control, and there's also motivation in it too. So know that there is motivation for you to keep moving because you will be successful. That's kind of what that's saying there. Also, with the Seven of Pentacles, I love this card because it talks about hard work paying off. We see this farmer, he kind of is seeing his produce or whatever that he's planted here. He's taken so much hard time and effort and energy, and now it's this blooming plant with his shiny pentacles that he gets to harvest. So it's that energy that you will be successful. If you keep putting the time and energy into working on this, working through your shadows and ascending and moving into the light, you will be successful. This is you reaping the rewards of that. And also with these two cards, talking about focusing your intention and manifesting what you truly want, and the fact that these things are becoming reality. Again, that's two cards saying that you will have success with this if you just stay focused, if you expect the best possible outcome, if you have motivation, if you put the time and energy into this. You will definitely be able to rise above this and be on to the next step of your journey very easily. I do feel like the trust the universe over here is a bit of your spirit guides coming through and letting you know, oh, sorry, I forgot the Ace of Swords. We were just talking about the cards confirming that you will be successful. Of course, the Ace of Swords, it's like, look at that crown, look at that success, the golden hand. The Ace of Swords talks about new beginnings, prosperity. So again, that's another one confirming that you got this, pile 3. You have got this. But yes, with the trust the universe, it's like your spirit guides coming through and saying, trust that this is part of your path, trust that you've got the ability to get through this, and trust that your spirit guides are also here beside you working through this every day. And I do want to say here with the Diana card, I feel like it's very important here for you. Your spirit guides are kind of linking to this card here for me right now psychically, and they're saying, as you're going through this and trusting the universe, it's very important that you're putting your intentions out to your guides and to the universe. Because, you know, if you kind of go about something and you don't let the world know or the universe know what your intention is, why you're doing what you're doing, it's going to take longer for you to get a result. So that's kind of something that just came through really strong. Your spirit guides are like, tell pile 3, they have to be stronger with their intentions, okay? So whatever you're manifesting, whatever this, ascension path that you're on, whatever you're building for yourself, make sure you've got those strong intentions where before you do something, before you meditate, before you work on your shadow self, before you start to go in and cool some of these emotions, set your intention. Say, okay, universe, okay, spirit guides, I'm about to meditate, and my intention for this meditation is to work on the shadow self that is causing a lot of these fiery, like low-level emotions, okay? That's gonna help. So the more that you actually say it out loud or in your head, set those intentions, and the more you get in the habit of doing that, you'll notice that becoming aware of why you're doing what you're doing throughout your day is actually extremely helpful. And you'll notice you'll be able to pick apart the things that you're doing that actually have no purpose. It's like, wait, why did I just do that? Like there was no purpose to that. So it's actually a very helpful thing to get just in the natural habit of setting your intention, saying it in your head or out loud before you go to do anything that is going to assist you on your path, you know, connecting with your spirit guides, meditating, working with crystals, doing a tarot reading, heck, even watching a tarot reading on YouTube. You could open up your YouTube tab and say, my intention is that I want to find a reading today that will be extremely accurate and actually help me, so that you don't have to filter through a bunch of readings to find the one that, you know, fits for you that day. Because the second you say it and put it out in the universe goes, okay, you want an accurate video? Here you go. The first one you click on, you're going to be amazed. It's like, wow, I put my intention out and look, here it is, exactly what I wanted. So your spirit guides are really wanting you to get more serious with your intentions, pile 3, on this journey, on your ascension journey. Now for the other 2 piles, I did do a little bit of tips and tricks for cleansing and clearing, but now, because for you, pile 3, this is shadow work. This is like internal. It's not like for some of the other people I was showing some incense, like you can do some smoke clearing. This isn't necessarily going to help you, right? Because this is shadow work. So what I will say is take care of yourself while you're doing this work. It can be very draining. It can be overwhelming. It's almost like, for those of you who have gone to therapy before, had a therapy session, if you have a really good therapy session, it means that you talked about some deep stuff, right? A good therapy session means you maybe cried, you got it off your chest, you feel better. But when you walk out of that therapy session, even though you feel good, you feel tender, right? You feel like, okay, maybe I need a nap, maybe I need a chocolate bar, maybe I need my favorite drink. You feel like you need a cozy blanket or your favorite TV show. It's a lot, even though it feels so good to work on the shadow. It can be draining, okay? So I feel like you really need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your energy, your mind, your body, your soul. That's going to be the number 1 tip for shadow work, is don't push yourself. You know, if you say every Tuesday I'm going to do an hour of shadow work, and it comes around to, you know, Tuesday and you just don't feel it. You just you feel like you're pushing yourself and you have to force yourself to do it. Don't do it. Listen to your mind, listen to your body, respect where you are that day, And heck, you can do it next Tuesday, or you can do it Wednesday or Friday, or whenever you feel better, okay? So that's really a good tip, is to make sure that you are taking care of yourself while you're doing shadow work. You don't want to burn yourself out even more than you already are, because it takes energy and effort to do the shadow work, to go to those parts of yourself and your ego and to work with it and to heal it. So really take care of yourself during this pile 3, and don't rush it as well. I feel like shadow work is all about the journey. It's not about the destination. You will learn as you go, and each time you do a little bit of shadow work, know that you're chipping away at that shadow. It doesn't have to be one big session. It can be a little bit at a time, and that's the journey. You know, it's like be the turtle to win the race instead of the rabbit or the hare. The slow and steady pace will get you exactly where you need to go with shadow work. So yeah, I feel like those are kind of the main tips and tricks I have for shadow work. Really take care of yourself, respect yourself, treat yourself like you would your best friend. Like if your best friend called you and said that they were going through shadow work, you wouldn't say negative things to them. You wouldn't say self-limiting things to them. You wouldn't tell them that there's no hope, that they're never going to work through it. So don't think that way for yourself. Don't talk to yourself that way. Be kind, be nice, be loving, compassionate, empathetic, and respect yourself, and take your time. So I truly hope that this was a helpful and insightful reading for you, pile 3. And now you know that you don't have any external energies or entities messing with you. It's just that shadow work journey that you're kind of on right now. Very interesting. If you did enjoy this reading or anything resonated, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and even share your experience in the comments, as I love to hear what kind of came up for you throughout the reading and to connect with you. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. Sending you so much positivity and luck on your shadow work journey. You got this, pile 3. I believe in you. The cards believe in you. Your guides believe in you. You just got to believe in yourself. That's the only thing left. So I wish you the best with that journey, and I hope you have a magical day. Take care. Bye. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. We're just going to stick the card and crystal that you chose over here. Now, if you did watch the shuffle section of the video, you would have seen your cards coming out, but let's go ahead and flip them, get them all out, and then dive into it to find out if there are any low-level entities around you. We have the Knight of Cups. Ooh, the Hermit, Major Arcana coming out. The Nine of Cups. Wow, holy, the Queen of Cups. Okay, I kind of see where that's going. Not the Queen of Cups, the Cups talk about emotions in the tarot deck, and we've got the focus on the positive. So I see a bit of a story building here. The Ace of Wands. Ooh, Odin with psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Cronanos with life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. And Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. And we have the last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. Let me just go ahead and scooch the cards around so they're nice and even here, and we'll get right into it. All right, here we go. So what's interesting, pile 4, is right off the bat, I can definitely pick up that there is some low-level energy around you. However, this isn't necessarily an entity, it's a human. So what I'm picking up on here is there is somebody in your life that you are connected to in some way. Some of you, this may be like a friendship, a coworker, a family member, and for others, it may be a romantic relationship connection. So it feels like somebody in a close connection, because there's going to be a few different types of connections. I'm just going to say connection instead of relationship, because for some of you, it could be like more of a friend or a coworker. So saying relationship might feel a little off. So let's just call it this connection, okay? So pile 4, you've got a connection with another person in your life that is bringing in a lot of low-level energy. This person is emitting a lot of low-level energy. Now, what's interesting is there was another pile where it was the same thing. It was a person, but we were calling them an energy vampire because it was somebody in their family. What's weird is I don't feel the need to call this person an energy vampire, because this person is almost, gosh, how do I even explain this? Like, this person is just, it just is how they are. This person is so set in this low level energy. It's like they've chosen it, and it's like that's what they want. It's like subconsciously or consciously, this person has chosen to live in lower level energies, and they're actually fine with it. Like, that's why I feel like they're not necessarily an energy vampire, where they just tend to have like a narcissistic, egotistical energy where they just think they're better than everyone, and that just happens to drain your energy being around them. It's more like this person is aware that they just are like living and bathing in this low level energy, and they don't care. Like, excuse my language, but they don't give a fuck. Like, this person does not care, and I do not feel like they're ever gonna change. Whereas sometimes energy vampires don't even realize that they're being an energy vampire. It's just kind of like they don't realize that they're low level energy. They think that they're just like normal. Whereas this person knows what they're doing. It's like they know that it's like they wake up every morning and they're aware that, like, okay, today I'm going to be somebody who acts out of pain and anger and grief and resentment and jealousy and all of these like lower level energies. I feel like they're pretty aware of it. Like I said before, consciously or unconsciously, but now as I'm talking about it, it's like this person is pretty consciously aware that they're choosing this, whereas some energy vampires don't even know they're draining people. I think this person knows that they're draining, right? It's like they're choosing this. They're waking up and they're choosing violence. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna mess with some people today. I'm gonna take away somebody's energy because I don't feel happy or good enough with myself. There you go. Bingo. That's what it is. They will steal and suck on other people's energy because they are not happy with themselves, and they are not willing to put in the time, energy, and effort to actually heal themselves. So they have decided that it's easier to just stay in this shitty, muddy water and live in that instead of heal. And this person is connected to you, Pile 4, in some way, and they are bringing you down. I want to talk about the Hermit card because the Hermit advises you it's time for a reflection. You must look inward for truth and wisdom because you have all the knowledge and answers inside. And it's time to be calm and reflected. Don't let the outside world, aka don't let this person, distract you from your true intuition, from the true things that you feel in your soul. The Hermit talks about taking time for introspection, reflection, and taking that in solitude so that you're able to be enlightened with your own knowledge, your own inner knowings. I do feel like this is saying that a lot of you already know who this person is because we have quite a few cards kind of bringing that up. The Queen of Cups talks about intuition. We have your psychic insight here saying you see truth for what it is. And then we have the Hermit saying it's time to take some time alone from this person in solitude to really reflect, to really tap into this intuition because you know deep down in your heart what you need to do. The Knight of Cups and Nine of Cups and the Ace of Wands, well, even the Queen of Cups too, we actually have quite a few cards here that are telling you that you will have success and victory in this if this is something that you do want to kind of like go forward with, Pile 4, because the Nine of Cups is such a great card. It talks about abundance, satisfaction, completion. You see he's just so happy there. He's got his bag of money, his shiny 9 cups, and he's just satisfied. He's abundant. And that's going to be you once you're able to kind of get away from this energy a little bit more, okay? The Knight of Cups also has advancement. We see him looking forward, moving forward. I love the golden sun behind him because that, again, is depicting that you're going to have this celebration moment. You're going to have this like riding into the sun type of moment. You're going to have your emotions back in check and balanced, and you're going to be able to really advance forward with this. And then the Ace of Wands, we've got some focus, clarity, but again, victory and inspiration. I love the imagery because it's almost like this branch is growing into new life. There's flowers and leaves growing off of it. So it's almost like you're putting your time and energy, your hand onto this thing that is potentially like lifeless. And you have the ability to, with focus and clarity and inspiration, grow something new, bloom something new. It's like the focus on the positive, where you've got that energy of accomplishment. As long as you're focusing on the positive, focusing on the fact that you can get through this, that you will have accomplishment and abundance and victory, you're going to have that. So make sure that that's the wavelength and mindset that you have when you go about this, pile 4. Don't go into this thinking like, oh, I'm never going to get rid of this person. How am I ever going to, sever this connection? If you go into it with negative thoughts or self-limiting thoughts, it's going to obviously be harder to break this energy connection. It's funny, as I'm saying energy connection, I'm getting psychically popping up into my head that actually some of this, for some of you, this could be a trauma bond, actually. And that doesn't mean that it has to be romantic. Sometimes we can be trauma bonded to people that have nothing to do with us romantically. So very interesting. This is actually a trauma bond for some of you, where you have potentially tried to get away from this person, tried to get away from this energy before, but you feel yourself sucked back into it time and time again. So that's what this card is saying. It's like, focus on the positive. Even if you've tried before and it didn't work, there's still hope to have, right? Especially with that Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. And again, the Queen of Cups also carries a bit of protection. So know that while you're focusing on the positive, focusing on the hope and working through this and severing this trauma bond or this energy connection, essentially, like I'm seeing like 2 energy cords like fused together. And it's like you have to break that, pile 4, with this person, whoever this person is. So know that you're protected during this, and just keep focusing on the fact that you will have success. You will have victory, because that's going to help you get through this. You don't want to dampen your mood or your energy any more than this person is already doing that for you, right? Now take a breather. I do feel like this is a bit connected to the Hermit card, where it's saying like it's time for introspection, reflection, time alone, solitude. It's time to also just take some time to relax, to rest. I feel like this person is extremely draining. And again, they know that this connection that you have, this person is aware that they drain other people's energy, and they know that that's how they stay on top of their energy. It's like how they recharge. So it's really, a great time to put a little bit of distance between you and this person and just take like a mini vacation away from them. Take a dang breather. Let yourself have some solitude, some time alone, whatever that looks like for you, and however that looks for you, however you can kind of work that into your schedule, or work some time away from this person. Because like we say with that Hermit, once you're in that introspection with the Queen of Cups and Odin, psychic insight, it's going to come through right quick for you what you need to do, how you need to get away from this person. Because if you're listening to this and you're thinking like, well, okay, this is all fine and good to know that this person is like this, but how the heck do I do anything? What's the next step? The universe, your guides, and your higher self, your intuition, you're going to get the next step. It's going to be given to you once you take some time to reflect and introspection, okay? Once you take some time alone, that breather time, that hermit time, your psychic abilities, your intuition, it's going to come through for you really strong, and the universe is basically going to hand you the next step on a platter. So if you're worried about not knowing what action to take, know that all you have to do is get into that meditative, present moment mindset, that hermit reflection, and just listen. Just listen to what your inner voice says, to what your gut feels. That's going to be your next step action, right? because for everyone it's going to be different. I can't necessarily say in this video what you specifically have to do next to get away from this person or to break this trauma bond or this energy bond. For everybody it's going to be something different. That's why the message here is this action step will come to you in solitude, in reflection. So just make sure you're listening. And that's why it's important to be in the hermit mode and to not have this person around or external things around, because then it's harder to hear your own inner voice when you have distraction. But with this Odin card, it's saying and confirming that you already know what to do. You just, again, follow your intuition. Your third eye is open. This information is coming to you. What is actually happening in reality is being shown to you. So you're not blind to where to go next. You just have to listen. You just have to tap into yourself, and yourself will tell you. I'm actually feeling heavily here that I need to read the message from the Lady Portia card straight from the book. Sometimes it's just so eloquently said. So let's go ahead and dive into that. The message is, right now a call for justice is being brought into your space. That is true, yes. Justice from this person. I feel like energy vampire doesn't suit them enough. It's like they're almost like the next step. It's like they're worse than an energy vampire. So I don't even know what to call this person. But yes, justice from this connection, from this person. Okay, so let's keep going. Even if this means you will lose out, there really is no loss in the highest state of truth. We're talking about that intuition, that truth. You see it. So act from the heart, see the other person's point of view, and surrender your pride so that you are coming from a loving space. If you've made choices that weren't for the highest good, admit it. Through this honesty, you are releasing any karmic bonds or anchors of fear from your energy. Take the time to learn from this situation. And if you are involved in any legal issues with this person, know that the angels of justice are gathering around to honor everyone involved. Yes, Lady Portia's got that energy, that purple energy of transmutation. So it's kind of saying that there is a lesson here. There is like a divine order to this. There was potentially, a reason in the grand scheme of things why you met this person, why you are connected to this person, but it no longer serves you, and it's time to let it unfold. Let the lesson truly unfold and learn what you're meant to learn from it and move on to the next thing. So, with that card, again, it's got do what you feel is right. Follow your intuition. That is going to be the number one compass for you throughout this thing, is listening to yourself, to your internal voice. That's going to help you the most. And again, just that little bit on the last bit of that message, if for some of you there is some legal things going on, know that you're also being supported by the universe and everything will work out in your favor. So don't have any fear or worry about any of those legal things you might be going through with this person. Know that you definitely are supported and the universe has got your back, pile 4. The Life Force with Cernunnos is quite an interesting card because I feel like this is highlighting the energy that's going to come back to you once you kind of rid yourself of this person, this energy, because it's talking about passion, vitality, life force, chi. It's talking about those powers that are kept in your sacral chakra. Because within the sacral chakra is the ability of creation, of passion, of life. And it's almost feeling like those are the things that this person has drained from you. They have completely drained your passion, your life force, your ability to just create and enjoy and just see the world from this vitality type of view. I feel like they've kind of darkened things. They've grayed things for you. When you're around this person, they kind of take away your passion. Maybe you're like a really passionate person away from them. And then as soon as you get around them, you feel like you can't talk about your passions, or they're going to make fun of you, or they're going to ridicule you for your hobbies. So it's that kind of energy where they're just squashing your dang life force. They're squashing your vitality, your power, your sensuality, your expression. All of these beautiful energies are just kind of being meh, squashed. So I feel like this card is letting you know, once you're able to really pull this bond apart and put distance and cleanse yourself of this, you're gonna feel all of those energies back. They're gonna slowly start coming back to you, and you're gonna find your passion, your excitement, your creativity again. So know that that's something to be excited about, that's gonna come back online for you, essentially. And what's interesting is there's even the moon here in this card, which is, again, talking about that intuition. So your intuition, I feel like, is also kind of a big part of this. And as we see with this card, a lesson is unfolding. I'm almost getting the hit here that your intuition strengthening is part of this lesson. That is part of it. That's why you're being called so heavily to tap into your intuition, because I feel like part of, not the only lesson that comes from this person and this connection and severing this connection, but one of the lessons, one of the aspects and parts of it is actually strengthening your intuition and having a stronger connection with your intuition. So lots of really amazing things coming back to you and like heightening and coming back online, essentially, once you're able to really create that distance and cleanse yourself of the negative energies that this person really holds and brings around them. Now, for the other piles, I did do a bit of tips and tricks and suggestions for those of them that needed some cleansing and clearing. So what I'm going to say for you, Pile 4, is black crystals. We're going to bring out the black tourmaline. Now this one has some quartz on it. You can find tourmalized quartz, which is quartz with tourmaline growing in it. But black tourmaline, and any black crystal, but black tourmaline is probably the most common one you will find people using for protection, is really, really good for protecting your energy. What I actually like to do is envision like a black energy coming from the crystal, and I'll wave it all throughout my aura, all around my body. And as I'm doing that, I'm envisioning the crystal protective energy weaving into my aura. And then that way you almost have like this level of crystal protection around your aura. And then that way, when you're around this person or you come in contact with this person, you almost have like a stronger barrier. So even if say you've got your barrier here and they're bringing in their crappy energy to you, you're going to have that a bit of a resistance to it. It's going to go whoop and bounce back. Instead of, if you didn't have that barrier and it was just your aura, it's going to go straight into your aura, straight into your energy. And now you have just sucked up their energy and crappy vibes, and it's probably ruined your day, even if you were in a great mood. So that's a great way to protect yourself a little bit more around this person, is using black crystals, having it go throughout your aura, and just having that shield of protection around you. Now, it's also great to have the crystal around you and keep it on you after you do that, and you kind of envision it going throughout your aura and having this bubble of protection around you. I would suggest then keeping the crystal on you, because then you've just got that double protection with you. So definitely something I feel like would be really helpful around this person, to just try and keep out some of their energy. I mean, it's not going to maybe 100% help you, but you're going to feel a bit of a difference. It's going to help a little bit. We also you picked the black crystal, which is very funny, the black Shiva. So yeah, any type of black crystal that you feel called to is really, really good to use for protection and protecting your energy from this person. Another thing you can do as well is, after you're around this person and you hang out with this person or your energy interacts with them, I would suggest doing a cleansing with smoke. So you can use, this is just incense. You can use any type of incense. You can use sage, Palo Santo, that's what I use. But I would just suggest, again, lighting it and then just having the smoke surround your body, go throughout your body. You can do like something like that, and just have it go throughout all of your body and around you and in your aura. And as you're doing that, set the intention that you are cleansing yourself of this person's energy. Anything that is not yours to carry that this person may have inflicted upon you. So that might be a good thing to do as well. If you're feeling heavy or worn down after you're around this person, give yourself a nice smoke cleanse with the intention that you're getting rid of their shit. And that should hopefully make you feel a little bit lighter as well. But overall, know that you definitely have the ability to be victorious in splitting from this connection. however far you want, whether that's, 50% or 100% or whatever in between. Know that you just need to focus on the positive, take some time to introspect, take some time for introspection and reflection, and know that following your intuition and your gut feeling is going to be what gets you through this and gets you feeling back to this vital energy. So I truly hope that was helpful or insightful for you in some way, pile 4. And truly, genuinely, I wish you the best in this journey and in kind of separating your energy from this person. I've gone through some similar things where I've been met with some extremely difficult people on my path, but it was essentially a lesson in the end. And here I am on the other side, stronger and better, and, more with that life force energy. So I really relate to this reading, pile 4. I really see you, and I feel for what you're going through, but you've got this. And know that you can get your power and strength back. If you did enjoy the reading or anything resonated for you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and share your experience in the comments below, as I always love to see what came up during a reading for you, and I love to connect. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. Sending you strength and vitality to get through this part of your journey, pile 4. I hope you have a magical day, and I'll see you in the next video.